Join me as we dive into a shocking real-life courtroom drama, a story of arrogance, deceit, and justice served cold. This is the story of a man who thought he could outsmart the judge, but in the end, he lost everything. In the heart of New York City, a high-profile fraud case was unfolding, one that would soon make national headlines. The defendant, Michael Reeves, was a self-made millionaire who had built his empire through real estate investments. But behind the glossy image of success, prosecutors claimed, was a web of lies, forged documents, and millions of dollars siphoned from investors. Confident and composed, Michael walked into the courtroom with an air of superiority, a man used to getting his way. His lawyer, a well-known defense attorney named Daniel Price, promised the media that they would destroy the prosecution's weak case. But what they didn't know was that the judge presiding over this trial, Judge Catherine Holt, had a reputation for seeing straight through manipulation. The courtroom was packed as the prosecution began presenting their evidence. Emails, bank transfers, witness testimonies, all pointing to Michael's involvement in an elaborate scheme to defraud his clients. But Michael's lawyer countered every claim with confidence. He painted his client as a victim of a business partner's betrayal, a scapegoat for someone else's greed. For a while, it seemed to work. The jury appeared uncertain. The defense smiled. That is, until Judge Holt started asking her own questions. Judge Holt was known for her sharp intellect and zero tolerance for dishonesty. During one cross-examination, she interrupted the defense with a simple question, "Mr. Price, can you explain why your client's signature appears on every falsified document the prosecution submitted?" The lawyer hesitated. He stuttered something about clerical errors and unauthorized use. But the judge wasn't convinced. "Mr. Reeves," she said, turning to the defendant, "if your name was used without consent, why did your personal account receive $2.4 million 2 days later?" The courtroom fell silent. Still, the defense fought back, introducing an alibi, a travel record claiming Michael was out of the country when the transactions took place. But Judge Holt wasn't done. She ordered an immediate verification. Within hours, federal agents confirmed the passport stamp was forged. The room erupted. Gasps echoed through the courtroom as the defense slumped in defeat. The judge leaned forward and said, "Mr. Reeves, it appears you not only tried to defraud your investors, you just tried to defraud this court." After 3 weeks of trial, the jury returned their verdict, guilty on all counts: wire fraud, embezzlement, obstruction of justice. Judge Holt's sentencing was brutal but fair. She stripped Michael Reeves of all his assets, froze his business accounts, and sentenced him to 18 years in federal prison. In her final remarks, she said, "Greater than, justice isn't a game of clever words or loopholes. It's about truth. And today, the truth caught up to you." Michael Reeves' downfall became a cautionary tale across the nation. The man who once owned luxury penthouses and sports cars now spends his days in a federal correctional facility, a reminder that no one, no matter how powerful, is above the law. And Judge Holt, she became a national symbol of integrity, the judge who couldn't be fooled. So, my friends, this was today's shocking true justice story, a tale where arrogance was defeated and justice finally won. If you enjoyed this video, do one small favor, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel to become a proud part of the True Justice family. Because here, every story proves one thing: justice may come late, but it never stops. See you in the next story, where there's a new case, a new verdict, and once again, justice wins.